Hi, welcome to today's stream of October 30th, 2018. Today, I was thinking we can play with fire. I think that it'll be fun to try to do fire effects in this game. I want things to burst into flames, and let's see what we can do with that. All right. Okay, so let's load the game. So we're going to see what we can do with flammability. Because right now we have, hang on. Right now we have this flame that shoots out of this pipe. And I think it would be weird if it did not have some more game effect than that. So let's see what we can do with this. All right. Sorry, give me 1 second. Oops. All right. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So we have this thing. Let's see what damage it does. Okay. Yeah. Game base definitions, damage. And we want to load up. There it is. Okay, so the thing that we're shooting is called the hazard pipe. The hazard pipe, when you shoot a bullet into it, it'll make a little plume of fire shoot out of it. And so what we're going to need to look at is what kind of damage it does. It does damage underscore fire. So I'm going to search for that here. Damage fire. I made a custom flag called isFire. So I think what we can do is in the code, we can just keep track of this isFire flag. And it should be all that we need, I think, to give us a start on this. So, isFire. So what are we going to try to do? You can set yourself on fire right now. But what we want to try to do, what we want to try to play with, is to try to set a small wooden object on fire, and then hopefully have that propagate out to other objects. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of stream problems. I can't connect to the chat for some reason. It's not showing me anything. Oh, okay. I'll try to load it from here. works. Okay, so we want to set a small object on fire. What kind of object can we make? How about a nightstand? That'll be fun. Okay. Sorry, let me take care of this little stream issue. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, so let's make a little piece of furniture. And let's see if this works. Whoa, this is getting too weird. All right. Okay. Actually, it'll be easier to set up a smaller. Never mind. We'll just use this map. And I'll move the player a little bit closer so that it's easier to test this thing. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna make a little block. This is our lovely piece of furniture. We're going to turn it into a entity. What do we want it to be? Static. It's a static object that does not move at all. Okay. Alright, so we have this wooden thing right here. It helpfully says the word wood on it. And the goal is for when the fire touches it, for it to burst into flames. Okay, alright. Cool, let's try it out. Okay. So we can look in the code, look for the hazard pipe. And let's take a look at how it works. Okay, so when it takes damage, it makes a particle effect. It makes a decal. It makes a big box trigger around it that hurts things that walk inside the trigger. And it does a lighting effect. So I think what we want is this hurt trigger is what we want. So anything that's stuck inside the hurt trigger, we want it to take fire damage. Right now it's defaulting to damage generic, but let's change the default to damage fire. Okay, so the trigger activates and then it turns off after 4 seconds. Okay, let's see. let's see if our wooden piece of furniture is already recognizing this damage or not. Let's hunt it down. Id static entity. I don't know if this kind of object. Well, let's see what happens here. Let's see if it understands the concept of damage. Static entity. Okay, damage. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't have a hook into any kind of damage functions. So maybe we can look for a different kind of entity. How about a door? Okay. Let's see if doors understand damage. I think they do, but let's take a look. So right now we're looking for any kind of damage call. Because I thought you were able to shoot them in the game. Oh, actually, I think I might be wrong. I think there's a special case for when projectiles hit doors. Yeah, there it is. So this is the projectile code for when it collides into an object. And there's a special case just for doors right here. So I think doors don't actually understand damage. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep looking for a better thing. So we're looking for an object that does take damage. It's a little bit trickier now because I don't really have that much entities in the game right now. Let's see. I guess we can just make a new object. So we can turn this into a little table. And put a teapot. We have this really lovely teapot. And we're going to put a bunch of them on this table. Actually, just one. Just need one. Okay. Alright. Let's take a look at our test map again, just to make sure everything looks right. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm getting very confused here. All right, here we go. Done. Great. Okay, so a little finger that pops up. Okay, so the finger's from last week. So what we want is for the teapot to react when the fire shoots into it. Teapots are not really flammable, I don't think, or at least they don't feel like they should be in this game. But let's pretend it is flammable. So, what is the teapot? Teapot is a movable item. Okay, so I'm gonna look in here. Movable item. Okay. I was hoping that the movable item would have a damage call, but it might not have one. What is this? Okay, so collide gets called when a bullet or a projectile hits it. It should fly away, I think. Okay. Kind of wiggles a little bit. Let's see if collide gets called when it takes damage. Doesn't seem like it. That giant red box right here is the damage trigger box. Let's see what happens when we turn on damage for this object. Where was it? Okay. So we're here. All this stuff. Take damage, true. Okay. let's see what happens when we create a damage function. Shoot. Alright. Let's try to see how other entities do this. Okay, so we're looking at how other entities handle the damage system. And we're going to try to copy that over to the items so that items can also take damage. So we're just going to browse through here, see what's going on. Fade in, okay, so I think, let's see where Become Broken gets called. Killed. Okay, I think this might be what we're looking for. Entity damage. Okay. Let's see if we can copy this over here. Okay. Okay, so we're trying to find an example case that we can model our code after. We're just going to find the right one. That might work. Item header. Item. factor, and let's see if we can grab this damage function and slot it over here. Okay. Well, let's see if this works. Hopefully, what should happen is the teapot now understands damage, or has the damage enabled, and when the flame touches it, it will call this function. Let's see if it works. Minsk Works suggests that teapots should whistle and bring guards toward it to catch the fire. That's great. I like that a lot. I think that is really good. Warm things should definitely make teapots whistle and jump around. That's great. Lord Squirrel asked, is this XNA? This is the Doom 3 engine. I have used a bunch of XNA in the past, and I do like it, but this is Doom 3. Alright, let's see if this works. Doesn't look good. I was hoping that would work. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Why doesn't this work? Let's look at something that does work and see how they do it. If L take damage. I was expecting there to be a take damage flag in here, but there's not. So I think I might be misunderstanding how this works. What? I kind of don't understand the search function sometimes. I thought I just searched for that, but it showed up 0 results. Oh well, whatever. Okay. Take if takes damage. Take damage equals true. Maybe I need to give it some health. Let's just try that out. Oops. Maybe it's these flags also. Well, let's try it out. Nothing. Well, okay. Okay. Alright. Let's go at this from a different angle. Let's look at how the code handles damage. So we're going to conveniently move this guy in front of a dangerous fire pipe, and then we're going to shoot fire into him. And then we're going to see how the code handles this. Okay, so we go here to the actor, damage, and we're going to damage him. Hopefully. What? I was not expecting that. Why? Okay, so this fire just does nothing to this guy. He is super chill about having a fire shoot into his body. Why is that? Why is that? Okay. Let's look at me, the player, and my damage function. And let's see how this works. Okay. So the player damage function does get called, so that's good. So what we can do now is look at the call stack, right there. And we can see what is happening in the code. So it damages the endpoint. We're going to walk backwards through the code. Okay, so id trigger hurt is the plume of fire. It makes a big trigger that damages things inside it. And
it's 11 o'clock.
And we're going to look at how do things get damaged in here. So if the trigger is on and there is an other object that it touches and it's in a valid time window for it to hurt something. Player only. If it's a player only trigger, then only hurt players. Let's double check. This is not player only, so we're fine. Damage. Okay, the direction of the fire. Okay. Everything looks normal so far. Damage is the damage fire. That's what we want. That's good. Whew. Yikes. Alright, let's see if this recognizes the guy. Nothing. Yeah, trigger, event, touch. There's the guy. Okay. I'm not quite sure why this is not working. Okay, let's keep walking backwards in the code then. Let's see what's going on. Oops. Okay, so her. Ooh. Activate all triggered entities touched at the current position. Oh. Touch triggers. Maybe we need that. Yeah, maybe touch triggers is the call that we're looking for. What's up with this? Touch triggers. To paint all trigger, touch the current. Let's see what else calls this. Oh, the AI calls it also. Okay, so players and AI call this touch triggers function. The touch triggers function seems like it evaluates all the triggers in the world and sees if it is standing in a trigger. Ooh. So id item team is the CTF flag, the capture the flag flag, and it does a touch trigger also. I'm guessing when you bring it back to the base, you want to drop it at the capture trigger. Okay. All right. And touch trigger is called in the think command. I wonder if this is a expensive call. That might cause problems down the road, but let's see what happens. Okay, spawn. Where is your think? There it is. Physics. Okay. Let's see when we tell the teapot to So hopefully it will call this take damage command. Nothing. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, well, okay, that didn't work. So let's look at the CTF flag and see if there's anything special here. Script icon, script changer. Okay, so the immovable item does not have this think command, I think. That drop flag become linked. Well, let's try this out. Okay, yeah, so that seems to have done it. We needed to call the touch trigger call every frame. In order to do that, we needed to call a think function every frame. And to enable the think function, you need to tell it to think. So now, touch trigger gets called every frame for the teapot. The teapot now looks for triggers every frame, and it can take damage now. Sweet, cool. So let's see if we can play with this. So I always like to test things out just to make very sure that things are actually working. What I like to do is to make things bounce in the air. Okay. So, if this thing gets hit by fire, it should fly into the sky. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah. That's great. Oh, look at that guy go. Woo! It's going berserk. Beautiful. Okay. I mean, since it is a jet of fire, it would be nice if things that got hit by it were kind of pushed in a direction. I think that would just look more correct. But I don't know if hurt triggers have a have any sense of, you know, velocity or the direction at which it came from. Kind of don't think it does, but let's take a look at what we got. So we got inflictor information, attacker information, direction is 0. We have the damage, location. Okay. A little bit slim pickings. Wonder if there's some way to sneak the information into here, but I'm not sure if we can do that. I feel there's a way to do this, but before we do any of that, let's check in our changes. While everything kind of works. Okay. I don't know what to change and not change. I'm gonna keep that. Keep that. So I'm going through all my changes and I'm figuring out what I want to keep and not keep. Revert that. Okay. Cool. All right. Great. I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be right back shortly. All right. So, we have a little teapot that understands damage. Yeah, so I thought it would be fun to try to get the teapot to get pushed by the jet of fire. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, so if it kind of get pushed in this direction, that would look really good, I think. Let's see how we can do that. Let's go to the hazard pipe again. Where is it? Okay, so this is the hurt trigger. I think, well, let's try this out. Let's try to sneak in some information in here. I'm going to call it damage origin. Vec 3, and what is the origin point? So we're going to try to sneak some information into the hurt trigger, and then retrieve that information later on. Collision point. I think it's this one. Oh, there we go. Before I do that, though, I want to investigate what is the difference between the collision end position and the collision point of contact. 'Cause those two things feel very similar, and I have no idea why. What is the difference? Okay, so collision and position 379 479 205 379 480 -205. What? Okay. Alright, let's do some debug to figure out what's up with these 2 points. Because I'm using them interchangeably, which feels like a problem waiting to happen. So, let's find out what's going on. Collision in position. Okay, so a green dot and a red dot should appear. Oh, okay. They are the same position. So you can see a green circle and a red circle at the same spot. But why are their numbers so different then? Or am I just reading it wrong? In position, -200. Oh wait, they are the same numbers. Or they're extremely similar numbers. We'll not change it then. Okay. Okay, so we are going to try to sneak some information in here. Damage origin. It's a vector 3. And when we take damage here, wait, where is it? Oh wait, shoot, there it is. Stop. Trigger. Okay, so other take damage. Let's clean up this code. There's a bunch of code that is specific to the expansion pack. And we want to clean it up so it's easier to read. So we don't need these anymore. Okay. Okay, maybe. Let's look at how other parts of the code handle this. Spawner's good. Okay. Alright, and if damage origin is not the 0, direction. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take the thing that's getting damaged. We're going to subtract its origin from the damage origin point and normalize it. Okay, so we should theoretically be getting direction information now from the hurt trigger. Let's take a look. So this direction value should have numbers now. Sweet. Looks good so far. Let's launch it. Yeah, let's do it. Direction times 512. Oh, ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's good. Let's look at it again. I think it's perfect. I think it's beautiful. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. I think it's a good time to end it. Thanks all for joining the stream. I will see you on Thursday. Sorry for the delay this morning, but I think the technical problems have mostly been sorted out, so it should be smoother next time. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.